Stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents
Stay cool.
Hit the button, baby.
Hit the button, baby.
Alright, I gotta warn you ahead of time. Last night, I fell asleep watching videos on the history of CERN. And so as I slept, it kept playing CERN videos. I had these really horrible nightmares where I was engaged in battle with like gray goo globule bots. It's hard to explain. And I had like a sword and a lightsaber, as usual. And you just had to keep chopping them up into nanobits until you just got so fucking tired that all you were doing was fighting nanobits, man. But they were gross-ass nanobits. Anyway, I woke up, slammed my laptop shut. That's pretty funny. The video is not about that. This video is on Jade Helm 2015 and an update. Now I want to remind you, every single other person in the truth or truther community seems to be covering this story. And the majority of them seem to be of the opinion that A, you need to be really freaked out by it, and B, you need to be really freaked out that our own soldiers are going to somehow try and impose martial law on us. And two reasons I'm making this video. One, to me, fearing the American soldier is a divide and conquer tactic. Being extremely unhappy with our politicians should be natural. Every single American should recognize that both political parties are done busted. No, what we need is a united United States, not everybody hating everybody for every little thing. And what people really don't seem to realize is what I believe is the truth. My main thing that I watch as the indicator of all things is the global economy. And that for about 2 years now, we have been in a full court press, perpetually escalating hot currency war with pretty much everybody outside of Europe. The European Union and the American central banks are pretty aligned, and that the BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, have been forming their own wall against the dollar and the euro. And in the last 6 years, we, America, print about an extra $5.5 trillion, if you want to look on the low end of the scale. And that would make me mad, you know, if you had a neighbor and your neighbor was just printing money. You're like, well, I want to print money. And most of the other countries have been. So it's been like a print war. It's very slow, and it's very wonky, and it's very subtle. So a lot of people may be aware of it, but to me it's the key of all things. And so, not only have we had a hot currency war, but we have had a boiling Cold War with Russia, where, as you may know, we went into Iraq, and then we went into Afghanistan, and now we're going into a lot of places whenever we please, it seems to me. So now Russia does the same thing to Crimea, and we're like, hey, you can't do that. Which to me is very odd. Like, that's, like, what are you, crazy? And the truth is, yes, they are crazy. We've been backing the people in Crimea. Russians been backing the other people in Crimea. It's almost like we're getting involved in our 6th non-American civil war, which makes me want to puke. And so the Cold War is always one day away from going hot. And that's the truth. I grew up in the 80s. You know, birds fly, nukes in the air, everybody dies. Like, put a stamp on my psyche. Rightly so. And so, if our military is running all these drills, my guess would be it would be in preparation for a world war with probably Russia. I mean, the idea that we need to be worried about our soldiers coming to take our freedom. I mean, our politicians can do it subvertly with legislation. Soldiers would have to do it overtly with force. And so, I've said now, what I'll say before is that we don't need to fear our American soldiers, man. Yeah, sure, 10-15% might be bad apples, but the majority of most of the soldiers I've ever met still stand for the American people and freedom and our future. So I think it's weird that, like, everybody's being educated on the Walmart closings. Like, oh my God, look, that one Walmart only had 6 Dougie Cruisers, whatever those are. You're like, that's odd, you know. Man, they're closed Walmarts. The idea that all these Walmarts and Targets are closing, to me, that means the economy is probably going to crap its pants soon. As you may know, oil shit the bed, literally. Like, it dropped from 100 a barrel to 30, 40-ish a barrel. And since 2001, oil had pretty much been the most stable, profitable, safe asset out there, outside of treasuries. The idea that the most stable asset got cut in half is extremely painful. And things work slow in a hyper-interconnected global economy. So that it would take a while for all the longs on oil to really have the pain wash out. Now, it would wash up in the people within the oil industry soon, but you have to imagine these guys knew the oil frack glut was coming, you know? So they could have shorted oil before it crapped the bed. And then they would have made a lot of money, but still had long-term profit problems. But either way, the major oil companies are still doing okay. And so wave one was the oil pop. Wave two is now we're starting to see slowly, silently, mass overexpansion, retraction, which is what we're getting with Walmart and Target, I believe. So someone said that I had done my subscribers a disservice by doing my last video where I just said, man, you don't need to worry about the soldier. Worry about our government, yes. Our soldiers, no. Worry about drones, yes. Our men and women of the American forces, no. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, and all the true peacekeepers out there, and peace officers. Still a lot of good people just waiting for a chance, an opportunity to be good, and make a real change. Better for all people. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, yeah, dude, if you want to fear economic collapse, that is always a day away. And World War III, you know, you got Barack Obama, John Kerry, John Boehner, and John McCain calling the fucking shots. Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, Mark Rubio, Ted. Like, you think these guys are strategic military geniuses? No, they're not. So, you know, they're not fiscal geniuses either. And they're definitely not future building geniuses. So what I'm just trying to say is, I don't know, every time I see a story on Walmart, Jade Helm in Walmart, it's like, oh crap, man. I drove by and saw a 7-Eleven had closed down. I was like, oh no, Jade Helm, 7-Eleven. First they take your Slurpees, and then they take your freedom. Oh, some people are going to down thumbs like, this is no laughing matter. Man, I agree, everything's serious and pretty corrosive, you know. This is not the future many people really wished for, or any that I know. No people I know are like, yay, America's great. Yay, the world's great. People are like, wow, how did this get so fucked up so fast? Or people just stick their head in the sand like, it's better than total chaos. And it is. Right now, status quo is better than the negative alternative. But there's still a positive choice that awaits, the 100-year Earth truce, where no nation shall war against other nation. You have global jubilee. You have a moment of forgiveness where everybody gets a second chance. And you can rebuild the entire world. You can heal Mother Earth. Colonize the inner solar system. And we can explore our galaxy. I don't know, man. Just me and the sun. So, hanging out. So yeah, keep an eye on economics. If you have large investments, I would hedge against them. I'd hedge them, you know, at least for the next Shemitah end or whatever. You know, there are the Soros cycles. There are the Shemitahs. And even Jamie Dimon has said, when his kid got asked him, what's a financial collapse? He said something that happens about every 7 years. You know, they blow the bubble up, and they take all the helium out. And they blow the bubble up, and they take all the helium out. And if you get out at the top, and then get in on the bottom, man, you just get richer and richer and richer until it becomes a serious problem for the entire globe. Which is where we're near. But it's the future. The year 2000 was a thing. The year 2000 lasts 1,000 years to get to the year 3000. So, this age has just begun. You know, we gotta get out of that caveman shit, dude. Killed Jesus Christ, year 0, 33. Then, science and government and religion explored torture and slavery. Till the mid-1500s, 1600s, and then there was a push towards freedom where we're at now. I mean, where we were at. Anyway, I've rambled off course. So I'm just saying, stay cool. And that's why I was saying it's so funny. It's like, between the Grey Goo dream, you know, and then just having my entire truther feed being Jade Helm Walmart, you know? Like, there's way more shit going on than fucking Jade Helm, and we don't need to worry about our soldiers. I guarantee you, they don't blame the people. And the weather's still fucking weird. The jet stream is still super weird. We still got super strange systems hanging off the northern Atlantic. But I don't know, man. Go ahead, you know? I think Jade Helm runs this year till middle of July or something. Maybe even through the whole summer. So does this mean we're going to get like 8,000 Jade Helm updates, you know, every day? And in a divide and conquer, distract mentality, I don't understand what focusing on this, you know, what good it does. Anyway, peace out. God bless everyone.